Hi, I'm Sally Hanley with the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council, and I am the Director of Business Assistance and Foreign Trade Zone 114 Administrator. My primary role at the organization is to improve the economic environment within our region. I work with intrastate and interstate businesses that do business products and services throughout the area and throughout the United States and also into global trade. So helping them build their resiliency and grow is very important to our organization. We help facilitate resources to help them do the growth and expansion. We facilitate tools that help them expand into global markets, such as the foreign trade zone with import and export benefits, and again, vibrantly growing our economy and helping them to pivot into new products and services. The Distillery Labs allows for additional innovation and creativity platform for those companies to collaborate and test out their products and services as they move into a new market or new industry. Looking forward to referring companies to the services there at the Distillery Lab. So as a regional economic development district, we need to keep on top of those available resources and incentive programs for the businesses. And several of them I'd like to mention. The one that is utilized quite a bit is what's called an enterprise zone. And that area allows for a couple of key benefits to the businesses. One, a building material sales tax exemption. And the second one would be a property tax abatement on the participating taxing bodies for up to a number of years. So as you can imagine, those reductions in the cost of a new construction project, expansion project, really help that business in the first several years of an expansion project. The other tool that we use quite a bit as administrator is the Foreign Trade Zone 114. And that program, once a business is enrolled in the program, they can realize import duty savings by either a deferral of inventorying that import until ready for production, a reduction of the duty, whereas the import, when a value added step is taken, changes nature and the duty may be reduced. And then the third opportunity for advantage would be if that import is put into a product, which is then exported, then the duty would be eliminated. So there are other fees associated with imports and international transaction that the Foreign Trade Zone can help in that regard. We're also tapping into any type of grants for support of economic development infrastructure build out, such as roads or broadband or a water sewer line to a new company that's creating jobs and putting capital investment into the ground. So again, looking at how we can assist that business grow and expand in the area, or even as for a new business too, those tools are also available. And then there's actually some additional tools for businesses coming into the area, such as a tax credit. If they're looking at multi-states in their search for growth, the tax credit can be available to them to be able to help them again make that decision to locate and grow within the Greater Peoria region. So an example of a new foreign trade zone subzone in our region is the Rivian facility that is now in the former Mitsubishi Motors facility in Normal. Rivian is obviously taking that footprint, but then also adding their additional footprint. So for them, their list of imports is high. Let me back up there. So for them, their list of imports is significant. And so they are going to realize very significant savings in their duties. And most of their production, it has to be in an automotive, there's an inventory and a product component pull. So again, just looking at that cash flow advantages for the company. And then if they do some of their vehicle as exports, there will be a complete waiver of those duties and costs. So allowing them to be competitive in the electric vehicle production space. So the Greater Peoria region has a very broad spectrum of industry clusters. Our primary, though, are rooted in our whole environment here. So agribusiness, which is spun out into agritech. We have manufacturing, that's for earth moving equipment manufacturers. And then along that path has been healthcare and significant growth in the healthcare industry. We also have a variety of manufacturers, such as chemical manufacturing, food manufacturing. So again, we have supply chain companies that work with those major companies, major industries. And so we really are very fortunate to have a full spectrum of kind of a industry cluster grouping in our region.